the world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? They proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that you man, this man is crazy? That the world can proclaim LGBTQ. They said my conduct is detrimental to the team, right? Why didn't they just say we don't agree with his stance on LGBTQ? Why didn't they say that? But how is it conduct detrimental to the team? What did I do to the team? What did I do to the players? I did nothing but practice with them, play with them, pass the ball to them, good teammate to them. Said good job, good shot. I said good job, good pass. Way to play, bro. Right? I said these things to my teammates. It was never detrimental to them. So why is it that the NBA and the Chicago Bulls say that I'm detrimental to the team? How? Because I believe in the truth. Because I know Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. How? How is my conduct detrimental to the team? Because of what I believe. Because of what the truth is. They said,
hey, first and foremost, Callin, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Kakodash. Shalom to you, elect. And so this is an interesting little situation, all right, with this guy, Jaden Ivey, former Piston, now Bull, Chicago Bull, which got cut by Adam Silver and them, the small hatters who run the league, all right. Cut this man over his comments about the Moes, about the Sweet Boys, and that whole Mo community of Transformers. All right. So Jaden Ivey took a stand. You know, he spoke his mind, his beliefs. All right. Which I'm gonna say that he has a zeal. All right. Jaden Ivey has a zeal, but not according to knowledge. A zeal. All right. He believes, in the scriptures, which identify him as being an Israelite. All right. Based upon, what I'm saying, his spirit. All right, he will go back to the tribes. All right, probably a Judite or Levite, or one of the Southern Kingdom tribes, as it pertains to the outward appearance. All right, but the scriptures say, Romans 8:16, the Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. So as this came across yesterday, as I was this came across my desk, and it's gonna build upon the lesson I did last night, because these devils was messing with my laptop and my phone. It was messing with my laptop, so I had to go on my phone. For some reason, there's nothing. I don't even use my laptop for anything else other than the videos and stuff like that. And they have found a way to fuck up my audio. But hey, this is from the Message Bible, right? This is the Message Bible. It says Isaiah 59 and 14. It says, justice is beaten back, righteousness is banished to the sidelines. Righteousness is banished to the sidelines. Truth staggers down the street, and honesty is nowhere to be found. Right. So what did this man say? He said that Pride Month is unrighteousness, man. Which the first news I got of this little story was I think the brother, I think his name is Tazama. I think he's a soldier of Yahweh Yahushai. Page up there. I think he's from the Dallas camp. Um, and he does great videos. He does good videos. You can tell he's a sincere teacher, you know. But anyways, um, yeah, I saw him talking about this. You know, after I got done with my lesson, so I said I got to do a video about this because what is this is what happens when you tell the truth. All right, this is what happens when you tell the truth. You get blackballed, blacklisted. All right, you say certain things and men don't like it. See, look, we don't work for men. We don't work for men on the earth. We don't work for the white man. We don't even work for our own people. We work for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai because our own people are wicked as hell too. You see a bunch of niggas on there agreeing with the NBA stance. Yeah, see. This is about money. You know, you can't say stuff like that. It's a private organization. What the fuck happened to freedom of speech? All right, freedom of speech. Well, you can say what you want to say, but you ain't gonna work here. All right, you ain't gonna be making money with us. All right, we ain't gonna be paying you like that. You can say whatever you want to say. All right, but you quote unquote, you can say whatever you want to say. But if you say anything against the moles, you know, anything about women or, you know, whatever, don't say anything controversial when you got a position of power. This is why the Lord had to put us under on a low level in this society, man. All right. Because we don't have no attachment to this world. Matter of fact, let's get that too. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life may please him that chosen be a soldier. All right. If this guy right here, Jaden Ivey, really wants to talk about truth and all this, he got to come to the real truth. You know, if he really wants to talk about the scriptures, he gonna lose everything, man. And that's what you got to be prepared for, man. Where is this at, man? No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him that chose him, called him, be a soldier, man. All right. 2 Timothy chapter 2. Second Timothy chapter 2 and 4, but it's not letting me pull it up real quick. Oh, here it goes. 2 Timothy 2 and 1. It says, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai." All right, because what you're around a bunch of demons, a bunch of liars, a bunch of spineless bastards. All right, you're around a bunch of serpents. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahushai. For no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet he's not crowned, except he strive lawfully. The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits. Consider what I say, and the Lord will give thee understanding in all things. Right. So no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. This is what happens when you speak truth. Right. Especially if you're a public figure and you got followings and you got money on the line and this and that. Like I said, this is why the Lord didn't told us to separate ourselves from the world. All right. You can't be a man of the Most High, you know, speaking truth, you know, speaking the prophecy, speaking the words of the Lord, and you be attached to the small hatter. You know, you're not gonna be in the NBA, you're not gonna be in the NFL, you're not gonna be in the league, you're not gonna be making millions of shekels, all right, Caesar shekels. That shit ain't gonna happen. All right. Because Esau cannot give you no money. He can't give you no platform. All right. He's an anti-Messiah. He's an anti-Christ. He's anti-truth. He's anti-God. He's anti the scriptures. Anything that's against righteousness, against this word. All right. This is the enemy of God, Esau, man. And his descendants and the heathen. All right. That are all about fucking demonic weirdo lifestyles, man. That are all about things that are contrary unto the laws of God, of the scriptures, man, of Israel. All right. So Jaden Ivey stood up, you know, and spoke his mind, you know, which he didn't even say anything egregious. He wasn't cussing at nobody. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting down like we do, you know. But hey, he's in a position, and you can't say shit when you're in a position. And we'll see what happens with this guy if he folds up and bitches up and asks for his job back, you know, like Kyrie did, you know, and he apologized to a small hatter, you know, because you got to go kiss the ring like LeBron did, like Floyd Mayweather did, like Kyrie Irving did. All right, so the nigga could get his shoe back. All right, so they can let me back in the league. Please, please, please. I need them checks. I need them checks. All right, we're not fucking slaves to this money, man. All right, and I got to respect Jaden Ivey for that. All right, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, like I said, he got his zeal, but not according to knowledge. All right, he's still talking about Jesus and this and that, you know. But hey, his heart is in the right place, you know. But he just doesn't understand the whole truth. He doesn't understand that he's surrounded by devils, Edomites. He doesn't understand that money is the root of all evil, which some have coveted after they pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right. 1 Timothy, the 6th chapter. Let's get that too. Let's get that too. See, we're not in love with fucking money. There's some things that are more important than money. All right. We're not fucking Cardi B. Money. All I want is the money. All I want is the money. Most of you spineless bitch cowards, you don't say anything. You know this shit is wrong. You know that it's wrong walking around with a captain's band with the Mo flag on it. You know it's wrong to be sitting there promoting all this bullshit gambling and this Mo lifestyle and all this. All right, that you do in the league. You know what I'm saying? You know this shit is wrong, but you won't say shit because you're a bunch of bitches. The average dude, the average person out there is controlled by money. They're controlled by money. We're not controlled by money. The true believers, the true believers, the Lord said, John 4, right? He said that the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. 21, 22. The true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. So that means that you got to take a stand. You got to say what you got to say. And who the fuck gonna do anything about it? Okay, I lose money. I lose friends. Who gives a fuck? The white man don't like me. Your own people ain't gonna like you. Fuck them. You serving the Most High. Should we please the Most High or should we please men? If I please men, I would be a servant. I would not be the servant of the Most High. I would not be a servant of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, man. You got to please men on the earth. This is what the scriptures speak about, trimming your ways to seek love, man. So has that taught the wicked ones thy ways. Jeremiah 2:33. And many trim their ways to seek love. Jaden Ivey is one of them. And I got to respect it. Jaden Ivey stood on business like a fucking man. You know? Yeah. He a little, you know, he in that Christian shit, you know? But hey, at least he got the balls to speak against the Moes. You know? At least he got integrity. You know? He was talking about Steph Curry too. He was like, Steph Curry is a fake Christian, which he is. But hey, that was another reason why they got rid of him. He was speaking against Steph Curry. You know you can't speak against the light-skinned king. You know, Steph Curry is a big ass. Steph Curry, if you didn't know, he's a CIA operative. All right, the top guys, they're used. Okay, Wardell, the nigga Wardell. All right, and his bitch wife that embarrassed him how many times? LeBron, KD, you know, the top guys. You know, Jaden Ivey is not a top guy. He probably averaged like 17 points probably once. He's a new guy. He's a new guy, man. You will never hear no LeBron James talking about Moism is wrong. We shouldn't be celebrating no Pride Month. He said, no, we shouldn't be celebrating Pride Month. That's against the Bible. That's against the Bible. They can push that shit all throughout every game, every season in the NBA, in the fucking NFL. You know what I'm saying? In the Champions League, in the Premier League, in La Liga. You know, they're gonna push all that shit all day long, but let you say something against that shit. All right. That's against family values, man. That's against the Bible. Isn't this supposed to be a Christian country? This is not no motherfucking Christian country. They don't follow the scriptures. The scriptures clearly tell you that that's against God. The morals of this place, this is why it's gonna be destroyed. It's always been like this, you know. It's always been like this. And the Edomite is a mo, you know. The Edomite is a mo, and you people have become desensitized, and you become weak. You become soft as hell, man. Now, even the average person, if you say some shit about the moles, they'll look at you like, man, you a bad person. Oh, you see, they're humans too, and all this bullshit. The scriptures say they're supposed to be put to death. That's what the scriptures say. Okay? That's what the scriptures tell you, man. That's what God's book tell you. That's why this devil trying to switch up the scriptures. You got online apps of the Bible where he taking certain scriptures out. You know? He trying to switch it up. The Vatican, the Pope, and all them, you know what I'm saying? These different churches. Now they got this Mo agenda, you know, where they got gay flags all in the churches and all this shit. These harlot houses, man. You know, these black churches, all these different churches, man. Episcopalian and, you know, all these different churches. They all down with this shit, man. They're all part of the false prophet, the Revelation 16 and 13, man. You know, 3 unclean spirits, the false prophet. That's all these damn churches, starting with the Catholic Church. You know, starting with the Catholic Church, starting with the Vatican, the Pope, the black white Pope, goddamn these major churches, man, Mormon Church, Scientology, all this shit's all wrapped up into one. You know, all the scriptures describe it as the false prophet, these different religions, man, Muslims and all that shit. Even their modes. We did that video the other day about the Mecca and all them, you know, around there in Saudi Arabia. They're modes too. See, the world needs order, man, and we're gonna bring that order through Yahweh Shai and his father. All right, who the world called God. All right, what God? The God of Israel, man. The God of Israel is gonna bring order to this earth through his sons, his son Yahweh Shai and 144,000, the elect. Scripture say Obadiah 1 and 21, 22. It says saviors shall mount up upon Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau. For what? For bullshit like this. Conduct detrimental to the team. You motherfucking devils are detrimental to the earth, man. To society, to nature itself. Okay? Oh, yeah. Well, now we can make a man pregnant and a woman, you know what I'm saying, have a ride, and that's against nature, man. Romans 1 and 26, man. Go ahead and get that, man. This is an embarrassing state of events. This is supposed to be a democracy. This is supposed to be a place where you could speak your mind and you can say what you want to say. Oh, well, there's loopholes, man. There's loopholes. The loophole is if you work for a private organization, we could say when you sign that contract, see, the devil is in the details. The devil is in the details. You always gotta read the fine print. It says that they could get rid of you for any reason. When you sign up for any fucking job with this cracker, with this white man, they say at any time, it's always in there. It's always in there. At any time, if you don't align with our values or what we want, we could kick you in the ass. In other words, we could say, fuck you. Okay. And this guy probably gonna sue them. This guy, Jaden, Ivey, he probably gonna sue them. He probably gonna sue them and they're gonna probably settle out of court. You know, but they ain't never gonna, you know, they ain't never gonna acknowledge that he was right and that shit like that. They'll just settle. Anytime they get sued, they settle. You know, they'll just settle with you. They'll cut you a check and tell you to fuck off. You know, but again, this is the country that you live in. This is the white man. This is his policies, man. Okay, a pseudo freedom of speech, because you can say what you want to say, but you're gonna be broke though. Okay, you could talk your shit, all right, but you're gonna be a normal nigga. You ain't gonna play in the NBA. You're not gonna be making $7 million a year, 10 million, 15 million, whatever it is you was making. You ain't gonna make that type of money, man. You ain't gonna make that type of money. You're gonna be broke as hell. All right, or you could go do something else or whatever. Sell drugs, nigga. Go sell drugs or something. But you're not gonna work. You're not gonna put on the slave master uniform and dribble the basketball and shoot. Okay, you better put that ball in the basket, nigga, and shut the fuck up. That's the message that's being sent. Anytime niggas say anything, Jake says anything. Anytime you say anything righteous. Hey, look at what they did to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown should be an MVP candidate. Jaylen Brown, they blackballing the shit out of Jaylen Brown, man. Jaylen Brown has led the Celtics without Jason Tatum this whole time, bro. They kicking everybody ass, man. All right, why Jaylen Brown end up there as the MVP candidate? They got Shai Gilgeous, sweet ass up there. Shai Gilgeous is a whole mo. You know, that's why they pushing him. That's why every time this nigga go to the free throw line like 50 times a game. You know, I see this nigga SGA. This nigga SGA is sassy as hell. You know, but Jaylen Brown was like a masculine black dude. You know, he had a little event in LA. They shut that shit down, bro. Where he had black people coming around and, you know, they was doing some type of activity. They immediately they calling the police on his ass because he didn't spoke up many times against the little inequalities that goes on, you know. So they got his ass on the list, man. You know, they got his ass on the list. He blackballed, but he nice though. He's nice, so you know they keep him on the team and shit like that, you know, because they can, you know, you can't get niggas that put up 25, 10, 7, you know. You can't they don't grow on trees, baby. So they got to keep that nigga around. But Jaden Ivey, he's not that great, you know. He's all right, you know. He's like a 6-man type nigga, you know. He was a top pick in the draft in 23. He was like, I think he was top 5, but he ain't like that though. He's not a star, you know. But anyways, they just waved his ass quick, you know. They get out of here, nigga, you know. But all them other niggas at the top, they got them real well trained. You know, you ain't gonna ever hear no LeBron James type of shit like that. Kyrie did it, and they reprogrammed his ass. They made him kiss the ring, and they made him apologize to the rabbi. You know, and donate $500,000 to the ADFL. What the fuck is that? That's buck breaking you in front of your people, right? Yeah, apologize for saying that, for sharing a link. Apologize for sharing a link about Jews being the blacks being the Jews. How dare you say some shit like that, nigga? How dare you speak like that? That's the message. That's the message, man, that's being sent to all others. You got something called setting a precedent, and that's what they're doing. Anytime somebody says something, nigga, waved. You speak against Mose, you lose your job. Fuck. I'm a Christian. You know? Hey, I can say what I want to say. Look. When you stand on truth, you make yourself a prey. Let's go back to Isaiah 59, man. This is the Message Bible. I'm going to go to Romans 1. We'll get 1 Timothy 6. There's a lot to talk about. Isaiah 59:14. Justice is beaten back, and righteousness is banished to the sidelines. You banished to the sidelines. Either you get benched, or you get cut, or you go back to the world. You go back to the streets. We'll send your weak ass back to the streets. We'll send you back to where you belong, nigga. This is a privilege to be up in here. There's only 450 people that can play in the NBA, and all of them got to be down. All of them got to shut the fuck up and dribble. All of them got to shut the fuck up and promote gayism. Whenever we want to, wear that Mo flag, push gambling, you know, push prize picks, and push all that bullshit on these people. You know, push a gay lifestyle like Magic Johnson, you know. Push a party like it's hot, you know, party like it's hot. That's the whole lifestyle. Everybody knows that them niggas go around fucking everything that moves in all these cities they go to. Nobody has a problem with that shit. But let this man be a Christian man that's standing up for against Moism, and now you out the league, man. Shut up, man. They're gonna erase you and put somebody in there that will shut the fuck up. They'll put a Dwight Howard transformer type nigga up in there, you know. There's a bunch of struggling poor Jakes that would love to have your spot, and they will shut the fuck up. See, look at the comments of all these motherfucking people. Just shut up, man. Just shut up, bro. It's something called integrity that most of you motherfuckers don't have. It's something called balls, cojones, that most of you niggas don't have. You're itching at the bit to get $1 million deal and this and that. You got to compromise your values. Either you got to give up your, you know what I'm saying, your dignity, your respect, your fucking integrity, or you got to give up your bunghole. All right. which a lot of these niggas do. And my man right here wasn't down with the program. So this is the example of what they said. You're not down with the program. You speak out. You better not speak out, nigga, because you have influence. You have influence over other young black youths. But let this nigga say that he's a Mo, and they would have promoted this nigga. They would have said this guy is a champion. You know, he's a progressive. You know, if this guy comes out with a boyfriend, nigga, and with another man talking about this my husband right here, they would have promoted the shit out this boy, man. They would have said this nigga is the next Ja Morant. Why Ja Morant out the fucking league? That nigga, that suburban wannabe gangster nigga, this nigga should have been out the league, man. How many times they suspended this bitch nigga for trying to act like he got guns and shit? He's still doing gun celebrations and shit, bazookas, and for years they've been suspending this nigga. This nigga Ja Morant is like the biggest failed superstar, man. This nigga was supposed to be the face of the Grizzlies. This nigga sucks. They should have been got rid of his stupid ass. But no, he ain't talking about the most, though. He promoting niggerdom, you know, to other kids and shit. So cool, you know. He promoting that gangster nigga shit. So, hey, yeah, son. This who we're going to keep on the team. Jaden Ivey, fuck this nigga, man. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Ja Morant, we need more Ja Morants. Ja Morant, little thug niggas, man. Come on down, you know. Adam Silver, David Stern, Roger Goodell, that's who they promote, them niggas. And all them niggas, what they got in common, they're all small hatters. They're all Edomites. All the owners of the league are small hatters. The owners of this fucking society are small hatters. Imposters. Synagogues of Satan. Adam Silver, that dildo head looking nigga, that dildo head looking goddamn devil is a small hatter, man. And he the one that made this call. He said, he called the Bulls up. And he said, y'all gotta get rid of this nigga, man. Y'all better get rid of this nigga quick before we find y'all, do something to y'all. And boom, there you go. That's the result. Y'all better get rid of this nigga. Y'all better check this guy. You know? As kids, we used to look up to these NBA niggas and these professionals. Them niggas ain't nothing but bitches. Them niggas ain't nothing but them niggas ain't nothing but motherfucking actors, just like the niggas in Hollywood and all that. It's all a facade, and they don't stand for nothing. And they're not the real celebrities of the earth. They're not the real. They're nothing to look up to, man. Because you niggas are spineless bastards. The majority, none of his teammates said anything to help him. Hey, Jaden, man, that's fucked up that they cut our friend. You know, none of them is gonna say a fucking word because they're all bitches worried about their money. But it's some things bigger than money. Worried about the white man's Caesar's money. We ain't worried about Caesar's money. The Lord's money is more important. The Lord's word, the Lord's truth is more important. That's worth more than riches. These words, this truth is worth more than money, man. Isaiah 59:14, justice is beaten back. This is the Message Bible. Justice is beaten back. Righteousness is banished to the sidelines. So you niggas get banished to the sidelines when you speak truth. That's what Esau did. Hey, shut up. Go to the sideline. Go back to the world. Get a regular job. At a regular job, making $15 an hour, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Brokey. You know? You can say whatever you want to say, man. Righteousness is banished to the sidelines. Truth staggers down the street. Honesty is nowhere to be found. The wicked walk on every side. Psalms 12:8. When the vilest man is exalted. It says, good is missing in action. Anyone renouncing evil is beaten and robbed. They robbing this man of his contract. Didn't he? How many years he got left on his contract? They ain't paying this nigga shit. Look, you fucked up. You spoke against the Moes. We're Moes. You know? Them niggas are all Moes. All the motherfuckers are Moes. The owners are Moes. The fucking owners are Moes. The coaches are Moes. The players are Moes. You know? You fucked up, man, boy. So now, hey, we gotta beat you and rob you. Rob you of your money, rob you of your status, rob you of your job, of your future, quote unquote. But it's okay. The Most High got better things in store for us than some white man's fucking crumbs on his table. That's why it says Proverbs the 23rd chapter, man. What does it say? It says that his meat is deceitful meat. Put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite, man. So like it real quick. It says in Proverbs 23, a man given an appetite. If you be a man given an appetite, put a knife to thy throat. Consider diligently what's before thee. All right. Before you sign that contract with that devil, you already know what comes with that money. Your dignity, you ain't got no fucking voice no more. You can't say anything. You better shut the fuck up. All right. And they probably gonna make you do rituals, all kind of shit. Them niggas be doing all kind of shit, man. Them niggas be doing all kind of shit with men, with little kids. All right. You already know how it goes. The Epstein files contain all kind of NBA connections. You know? It says, so good is missing in action, Isaiah 59:15. Anyone renounced the evil is beaten and robbed. The Most High looked and saw evil looming on the horizon. So much evil and no sign of justice. He couldn't believe what he saw. Not a soul around to correct this awful situation. So he did it himself and took on the work of salvation. And fueled by his own righteousness, he dressed in righteousness and put on a suit of armor with salvation on his head like a helmet, and put on judgment like an overcoat, and threw a cloak of passion across his shoulders. He'll make everyone pay for what they've done. The Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, gonna make all you motherfuckers pay for what you've done. That afflict the righteous, man. That subvert a man in his cause, the Lord approve it not. Let's get that too. You niggas are subverting the righteous in their cause, man. You devils. All right. Jake ain't do nothing wrong. That man said truth. All right. Scripture speak about suffering wrongfully, man. Subvert a man in his cause, the Most High approve it not. This is what these devils just did to this man right here, man. That's unrighteous. That's fucking unrighteous, man. That man spoke truth, and here it goes. You get beat for it. I don't give a fuck. They can't. Hey, we don't have no attachments to this world. We don't have no attachment to the world. We can speak plainly. We've been speaking plainly for years, and that's why they coming after us. This is why I send bots and agents and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is why they mess with your pages and shadow ban you and da da da. It's okay, Playboy, because we're not of this world. If we were of the world would love its own. This is what Jaden and Ivey gonna find out. He's gonna find out that he been in the world, and the world is gonna love his own. And when you start speaking truth, everybody come against you. Your own people, Esau, everybody, man. That's all good. I don't work for you, man. I don't work for you. I don't work for the NBA. I don't work for Adam Silver. I don't work for fucking David Stern. I don't work for Roger Goodell. I don't work for you motherfuckers. I don't work for you. Jaden Ivey, that's a real fucking man. That's a real man right there. My respect to Jaden Ivey, man. Got more balls than a lot of you niggas, man. They call yourselves men, you know? You would never speak against nothing. You got a voice, and you would never use it to speak against nothing. I see a bunch of bitches in the comments, a whole bunch of hoes and bitches. All they do is pander to the moles. All they do. Who would stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Psalms 94:16. Who gonna do it? Shit. Jaden Ivey got balls, Playboy. You know? That's righteous, man. That's a righteous man right there, bro. Hey, yes, he doesn't understand all the scriptures, and he doesn't know the name of the Lord, and yeah, he going off, and he doesn't understand this or that. But that brother got an upright spirit, man. That brother got a sincere, upright spirit. You know, that takes balls to be in that world and to say what the fuck he said. They calling his ass crazy. They saying he got psychosis and religious psychosis. Man, fuck them, man. Hell, they talking about that man? He's in his right fucking mind, bro. He's speaking truth. It says Lamentations, chapter 3, and verse it says 31. It says the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahshua will not cast us off forever. All right. It says, the Most High will not cast us off forever, but though he cause grief, yet he will have compassion according to the multitude of his mercies. For he does not afflict willingly nor grieve the children of men, to crush under his feet all the prisoners of the earth, to turn aside the right of a man before the face of the Most High God, to subvert a man in his cause, the Lord approve it not. The Lord approve of this. Yeah, he's allowing this to happen to show his power on the earth when he crushes these damn devils for oppressing a man that speaks uprightly. You know, scriptures speak about a man speaking uprightly, man. It says it says Amos 5 and 10, they hate him that rebuke in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. What that mean? They abhor you. They cast your ass aside. Right? Even in the truth, they do that to you. Even so, how much more in the world? You know? How much more in the world? They cast your ass aside. What the fuck this nigga talking about? Shit. Shut up, man. Just be cool, man. Just agree with everybody. Agree with everything. You know, agree with everything. You'll be everybody's friend. Why trimmest thou thy ways? Jeremiah 2 and 33. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? So that has taught the wicked ones thy ways, man. All right. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Many trim their ways to seek love. They go along to get alongs, man. Many, the majority of the population. This is why the Lord said, many are called, few are chosen. The chosen are the ones that's going to speak business or stand on business. The chosen are the ones that's going to say things that's not family friendly, man. That's not politically correct, man. Matter of fact, Ezekiel 44, man. What the priest of the Lord gonna do, man? They're gonna go along to get along. Ezekiel 44 and 23, they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane. When you teach between the difference on the holy and profane, you're gonna hurt feelings. You're gonna lose friends. People gonna look at you like, who this nigga think he is? He think he righteous. He think he better than me. He think he better than me. You know? The scriptures say that the scriptures tell you to reprove and rebuke. The Lord told you to make a difference between the holy and the profane. The scripture told you to stand on business. The scriptures didn't tell you to spare. The scriptures say, lift up your voice like a trumpet and spare not, man. Show my people their transgressions, the house of Jacob their sins. It's not my fucking problem if you don't like it or not. It's not my problem. I don't work for you, man. I do not work for you. It's none of my business how you take it. Okay? Yes, being a mo is fucking wrong. Yes, prostitution is fucking wrong, man. Whoredom is fucking wrong. Being a mo is fucking wrong. Yes, it's wrong, man. You ain't gonna tell me that shit is righteous. You ain't gonna convince me I'm not of a weak fucking mind where you're gonna manipulate me and emotionally, you know what I'm saying, disturb me to the point where I switch my, oh yeah, man. See, everybody's saying it, so they must be fucking right. And I must be wrong. No, what the scriptures say is right. Oh, this is what they do. This is what these devils do. These spirits, you know, you know what I'm saying? These people got demons on them. So they try to fuck with you. They try to play upon your emotions. Oh, you can't be proud. You're not God. How could you say that? You can't judge nobody. Jesus wouldn't say that. Jesus is loving, you know? Jesus wouldn't judge nobody for being gay or for being this or for being that. Jesus don't judge nobody. Hey, judge not lest ye be judged. See how things are twisted? It says Ezekiel 44 and 23, they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane, and cause men to discern between the unclean and the clean. That's what homeboy is doing. He got a platform and he's saying this is unclean, man. This bullshit Pride Month is unclean. We shouldn't be celebrating this to these kids, and this is a bad example to the world. What the fuck is this? But this is a world ran by Edomites. This is a world ran by Moors. This is why this world gonna be burnt with fire, like Sodom and Gomorrah was. A city of an overthrow, worthy of an overthrow. The Most High gonna overthrow this bitch. The Most High gonna rape the whore, destroy this place. He gonna burn the whore with fire. That's the judgment and the law of a whore. You're supposed to burn their asses to clean out Israel, clean the world, man. The scripture tell you if a woman have whoredom within her father's house, you burn her ass with fire, man. If she's found in whoredom in her father's house, that's disrespect to her father and to God, to the Most High God, man. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. That's a disrespect. A bitch playing a whore in her father's house. The woman's supposed to be chaste and shamefaced, man. Not a harlot in the city. But this is what happens when the law is slack. When you got men that don't say a fucking thing about nothing, that just go along to get along, that become bitchified, that follow after the serpent, the Edomite. And my boy Jaden wasn't doing that. You know? Little bro was not doing that. You know? So, hey, he gonna make himself a prey. But that's good. That's what it takes. You gotta be willing to give your fucking life, give up your money. The Lord told you if you love your life, you will lose it. John 12:25. So this guy said on Judgment Day, what does it matter if I got a Ferrari or who cares about Steph Curry's rings or this or that? Yeah, man. He was letting him have it. You know, yeah. You know, he was a little bit misguided, but his heart was in the right motherfucking place. His heart was in the right place. You know, that man's heart was in the right place. He was sincere with what he was saying. Yeah. He was talking about Jesus and this is the truth and yeah. He was a little, you know, he was a little funky with it. You know, he don't have the unction, you know. But hey, he's doing God's work. That was the Lord's work right there, to stand up and say that a mo is wrong. That's righteous. How these people gonna look at you? Fuck them, man. The Most High, that's what matters. How he looks at you. Yeah, that's my son right there. Good, man. Good. And you stood in the face of all these motherfuckers, and you stood for me. Psalms 94:16. Who gonna stand for me against the workers of iniquity, man? And they shall teach my people the difference. This is what the priests of the Lord are gonna do. Are we not a nation of kings and priests? Between the holy and the profane, that Jake right there, he looked like a Levite. So he go back to the priesthood, you know, most likely. The holy and profane, and cause men to discern between the clean and the unclean. That's what we're supposed to do. And in controversy, they shall stand in judgment. Hold on, what's the controversy? Everybody gonna agree with you? Everybody gonna say, "Good job, buddy"? No, that's what everybody else does. That's why the scriptures speak about the straight gate. Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Few be there that find life, man. Few, because few is willing to do what it takes, say what needs to be said. You know? But obviously, bro is ready to do that. He ready to give up millions of dollars. This nigga making millions of shekels. Huh? And in controversy, they shall stand in judgment. Ezekiel 44:24. And they shall judge it according to my judgments, not according to this cracker judgment or your mama's judgment or your sister judgment or some bitch that you met judgment or Esau judgment or the NBA judgment or the Supreme Court judgment or the DOJ judgment, you know, Department of Justice judgment. That's an unjust department right there. Esau and his fucking court systems allowed this shit, man. So all this bullshit about his laws, his laws are grievous to behold, as says Isaiah 10:1. Woe to you that decree unrighteous decrees and grievousness which you have prescribed. It says, in controversy they shall stand in judgment, and they shall judge it according to my judgments. And they shall keep my laws and my statutes and all mine assemblies, and they shall hallow my Sabbaths. All right. So at John 12, right? It says the 25th verse. It says John 12:23, and Yahushua answers them, saying, the hour is come that the Son of Man should be glorified. Verily, and that's glorifying the Lord, man. When you curse out these things that he's against. When you when you stand upon his principles. That's a glorifying the Most High and his son. That's well pleasing in the sight of the Lord, man. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except the corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. If it die, bring forth much fruit. For he that loveth his life shall lose it. This man don't love his life, man. He said, how long can I drive a Ferrari? You ever seen somebody drive a Ferrari for 10 hours? And Jake is simple, you know. Hey, but hey, he got a point, yeah. That shit don't matter, man. His life, it doesn't matter to him. He's speaking about faith. He's speaking about things that the average fucking mortally carnally minded man doesn't fucking understand. All they understand is checks coming from the white man, coming from the devil. All right, coming from the NBA that's directly linked with genocide and murder and Epstein and the IDF and the state of Israel. It's all tied in with the NBA and America. It's all some bullshit. It's all a lie, and it's all a Ponzi fucking scheme that's getting ready to be broken apart. All right. Them people that made that decision are the same motherfuckers that's murdering them kids in Gaza and Palestine and raping them women and doing all that dirt over there, committing genocide, trying to ethnically cleanse the land so they could take over and build a greater Israel project. That's the same motherfuckers. This nigga Adam Silver and them are directly linked with Netanyahu and the Rothschilds and all them. You don't get to be no motherfucking NBA commissioner and being no Jake. All the NBA commissioners, all the NFL commissioners, all the NHL commissioners, all the goddamn heads of state are all tied in with the small hatter. Even if they're not small hatters themselves, obviously they're Edomites. All right. But what a coincidence that the small hatter, all them damn commissioners are small hatters, and all the owners of the league, of the teams, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Dan Gilbert, all the motherfuckers, they're all Moes, and they're all small hatters, Jewish, is so-called Israeli. All of them. A matter of fact, the list is up here, right here. I looked it up. It says Dan Gilbert. That's a small hatter, Cleveland Cavalier owner. He was calling LeBron a nigga when he left. That nigga. And when he left Cleveland, this is for you. When he left Cleveland, they was burning his jersey, and he was the main one talking about this nigga, you know. Dan Gilbert, Mikey Iverson, the Miami Heat owner, a small hatter. Joe Lacob, a small hatter. Golden State Warriors. Mark Cuban, a small hatter. Mark Cuban, remember the dude from Shark Tank? Dallas Maverick owner. Josh Harris. Joseph Stacy. Tom Gorgie, Mark Lazari. You got this dude, Ruben, who runs Fanatics, another small hatter. You see the connection? It's a conspiracy. Oh, it's a conspiracy. Ain't no fucking conspiracy. It's just reality. It's just things that they've hidden from the mass populace. And how do they hide it? By keeping everybody working, keeping everybody stuck on stupid, keeping everybody on a lie of equality and, you know, diversity. But ain't no fucking diversity. All the ones at the top are most small hatters. There ain't no fucking diversity. Diversity of what? The small hatter runs everything at the top, trickles down to the other nations, and then Jake at the very fucking bottom, where they tell you to shut the fuck up and dribble that basketball and close your mouth. Dribble the ball, put it in the basket. That's all you niggas are good for, man. That's all you're good for. Oh, where's that clip I found yesterday, man? They had this one Jake. Oh, it was in Ricardo video, man. The brother Ricardo. He be doing great videos. Ricardo Ignacio. He looked like some Issachar. I think he's like an Issachar. He did a video talking about Candace Owens being called a ghetto black bitch by her white man constituents. And then he did another one about Charlie Kirk on black people. Matter of fact, I should play that one too. Look at what your boy Charlie Kirk said. All right, they got murdered by his own small hatter overlords.
They're in every TV commercial. They get more privileges to come into society. They come into every. Of course, we pander to blacks. They're in every TV commercial. They get more privileges to come into society. They come into every college on preferential with lower test scores. You can't ever say anything negative. You can lose your job. You have your entire life obliterated if you say something racist. And yet,
you have your entire life obliterated
if you say something racist.
Yeah, this is what the dude. This is what Charlie Kirk was set up to do. He was set up to go around to different colleges and to spread MAGA all over the place. And then when he was against the little war in Iran, all that shit, the small hatter got wind of that shit and had Erica Kirk set his ass up for death. Okay, this is how the small hatter works. This is how the small hatter works. This is how the small hatter works. Where's that clip at? Where so like in 1 second, let me look for the clip. There's a clip. I think it's in the Candace Owens video. Oh yeah, it's in the Candace Owens video. Okay, yeah. So this is a scene from some movie. I don't know where it's at.
Reality about them people.
I don't know the movie, but
when it comes to you, you're right. You are African American, and myself and my friends, for the most part, don't care for the company of African Americans.
Me and my friends, we don't care about the company of you. We don't care for the company of you, African Americans. This is the mentality of these fucking NBA owners and the average Edomite. But especially once they get to the higher levels of society, they can be overly racist because they have money and they control the system. You can't do shit about it. But the lower level 6-pack Edomites, they got a smile on your face and and they kind of get cool with Jake. Some of them are Jakes, that go back to that look like white people. Some of them, very few. But the lower level ones, they got to kind of interact with you and shit like that. So they have to play the game.
Quite frankly, we're entertained by you. We're thrilled by your high-flying acrobatics on the basketball court.
When somebody says, quite frankly, or to be honest, I just look at them like, what the fuck? So that means you wasn't honest with me before. Yeah, to be honest, or quite frankly, to be real. What did you mean to be real? So you wasn't real before, right? You didn't tell me how you felt before, right?
That wonderful sense of rhythm you have. Your animal athleticism. But apart from that, we have no use for you. You could uphold white supremacy all you want, but the day, and that day will come, the day that you slip up and or make a mistake, and you say or do something that is not according to these white supremacist standards and expectations, they will give you that wake-up call. And they will remind...
He said, we don't care about the company. We don't care about the company of you African Americans.
Here's the reality.
If you live in the South like I do,
We don't care for your company. We like your high flying acrobatics. That's perfect for this video right here. That's perfect. We don't care about your. We only care about your high flying acrobatics. We don't very much care for your company.
You are African American, and myself and my friends, for the most part, don't care for the company of African Americans. Quite frankly, we're entertained by you. We're thrilled by your high-flying acrobatics on the basketball court. That wonderful sense of rhythm you have. Your animal athleticism. But apart from that, we have no use for you. You could uphold white...
Apart from that, we have no use for you, Jaden Ivey. Apart from this, Jaden Ivey, we don't have any use for you. We don't have any use for you, Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey, shut the fuck up. Okay? Jaden Ivey, you ain't... Just shut up, man, and make us money. Every time you go up there and dunk, every time you go up there through the legs, shoot a half quarter, your ass, you know what I'm saying? Every time you go pin some nigga shit on the backboard, every time Wemby goes up there and fucking does his goddamn he does his impression of what's the dude named Reed Richards, the Elastic Man. Every time he does this, every time his ass get 10 blocks a game, hey, you putting it, you making them richer. You know? Oh yeah, he to the league. Now that ain't no big achievement. All it is a high paid slave. We're all slaves in this thing, man. And the Lord getting ready to liberate us out this bitch. All right. So it says Isaiah 59 again, 15, 14 in the Message Bible. Justice is beaten back, righteousness is banished to the sidelines, truth staggers down the street, honesty is nowhere to be found. God says good is missing in action. MIA, good is MIA in this society. Anyone renouncing evil is beaten and robbed. The Most High Abba Shai looked and saw evil looming on the horizon, and so much evil and no sign of justice. So he couldn't believe what he saw, and not a soul around to correct this awful situation. So he did it himself and took on the work of salvation. And fueled by his own righteousness, he dressed in righteousness and put it on like a suit of armor. Yeah, that's what he's equipping his son with. You know, he's equipping his son with this. He's gonna come down here and rain hell upon these devils, man. He's equipping his son with the armor of righteousness. He dressed in righteousness and put on it like a suit of armor with a salvation on his head like a helmet, and put on judgment like an overcoat, and threw a cloak of passion across his shoulders. He'll make everyone pay for what they have done, fury for his foes, and just desert for his enemies. Even the far-off islands will get paid off in full. In the West, they'll fear the name of the Most High Al Bashim Ashai. They don't fear the name of the Lord in the West. Where are we at now? We're in the West. And you see, they don't fear. They shall fear the name of the Lord Yah Bashim Ashai, man. From the West, in the West, they shall fear the name of the Lord. Shalom, bro. Hey, Malak Live, shalom, bro. In the East, they shall fear the glory of the Most High Yah Bashim Ashai, for he will arrive like a river in a flood stage, and whip to a torrent by the wind of God. I'll arrive in Zion as a redeemer to those in Jacob who leave their sins. That's what bro's doing. He said, no, I'm not dealing with this porn shit no more. He said, I used to be a gambling addict, a porn addict. I used to be on off the alcohol. But I turned my life to the Lord. That's what he said. Even though he's not in the truth, but he's striving for some righteousness. You know, he's looking for something better. You know what I mean? And he's seeing all this bullshit around him, and he stood up like a fucking man with two balls and said, this bullshit is unrighteous, man. This is unrighteous, man. And what that mean? That make you a prey, you know? But oh well, that's what it takes. That's why you can't be attached. No man at war, 2 Timothy 2:4, entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have called him to be a soldier. That means that you please the Lord, not these fucking men on the earth, not 2/3 of your people, not nobody, not your mama, not your daddy, the Father in heaven and his son. That's who you work for, and that's who you're speaking on behalf of. So you can't trim your ways to seek love from these people, man. Shalom, bro. Shalom, bro. Matter of fact, let's see what it says in the Message Bible. Jeremiah 2:33. I want to see how it's worded. I'm going to go back over here. Isaiah 59, man. Yeah, man. Jaden Ivey ain't a spineless bastard, man. Yeah. Hell, they talking about get out our league. Fuck your league, man. And fuck your country. And fuck your society, man. And fuck this place, man. This place will be destroyed. And good. And Jaden Ivey, the Lord may have mercy on that man. The Lord may the Lord have mercy on that brother. He gonna come to his right mind eventually. You know? He gonna stop calling that Jesus character and he gonna call on the Lord, man. It said Jeremiah 2:33. And what impressive start you made to get the most out of life. You funded schools out of sin and taught graduate courses in evil. Nah. It's better. It's better in the King James. It's better in the King James. But let me go back, Isaiah 59. Let me go back. Sounds better in the King James. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love, man? You know? Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? So hast thou taught the wicked ones thy ways, man. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love, man? Jeremiah 2:33, man. A rebuke, accusing those. It says the AI overview. It says a rebuke, accusing them of dressing up and preparing or trimming their actions like a harlot to form alliances with idolatrous foreign nations. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? See? Okay, that's that. It says, why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore, thou hast taught the wicked ones thy ways. Also in thy skirts has found the blood of the soul of the poor innocents. I have not found it by secret search upon all these. Yet thou say, because I am innocent, surely his anger shall turn away from me. Behold, I'll plead with thee, because thou sayest I have not sinned. No. You innocent when you get the blood off your hands and you speak the truth. Arise, it says, to spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet. Isaiah 58:1. Spare not, man, and show my people, the house of Jacob, their sins, man. Tell the truth. You're not here to appease these people, man. You're not here to kiss the white man's ass, arse. You're not here to kiss the white man's arse. All right. Plenty of niggas do that shit. Eve does that shit. She's a bum licker for the white man, not us. Not we're not supposed to be like that, man. The nations are bum lickers for Esau, but now the weak are saying they're strong and they turn against their massa. You know? But it says John 12:25, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hated his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. If any man serve me, let him follow me, and where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor. All right. So we getting ready to be honored by the Lord, man. All right. We getting ready to be honored by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, not these fucking moles, not the NBA, not like Kobe and them got honored. Okay, we're gonna be honored by the Lord, man. My glory gonna come from the Lord. Our glory gonna come from the Heavenly Father and His Son for standing against the workers of iniquity, man. So with that, they call Halayim like Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakodah Shalom, Mawafla Babal, to his wicked ass demonic sinful kingdom, man. And all you fucking spineless bastards that support it.